Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. About me, I am Sandeep Bhushan Thummala and my credentials are I have 8 years of teaching experience for civil services. I teach international relations, internal security and in-depth analysis of the Hindu newspaper. And this video is in regards to how to crack prelims and mains 2020. Prior to that, you have a notification in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, which is India's largest learning platform. And once you get subscribed, you will have unlimited live and recorded courses from India's best educators. And the other privileges what you get once you subscribe is that you will have daily live classes, live test and quizzes, structured courses, and unlimited access to all the live and recorded courses. And these are all the top educators where you can see it on your screen, and these are also the top educators which you can also view it on your screen. And in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, the courses are economy, geography, current affairs and the rest, which you can also see it on your screen. And also again regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, the courses are ethics, integrity and aptitude, practice and strategy, answer writing techniques, and all other courses which you can also see it on your screen. And in regards to notification, there is a in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE subscription, you have 12-month subscription and 24-month subscription. 12-month subscription, the amount is 40,000 and 24-month subscription is 48,000. So it's always recommended to go ahead with Let's Crack UPSC CSE English subscription with 24 months, wherein the original price is 48,000. So it's always recommended to go ahead 48,000 for 24 months. And while you use my code, that is SBT10, that is Sandeep Bhushan Thummala, you will get 10% discount and the discounted price would be 43,200. So it's always better to go ahead with 24 months, because you will be paying effectively only the price for 13 months. You will be paying only for the 13 months, but you will be getting for the entire subscription for the 24 months. So you are all the civil servant aspirants are all getting the benefit. Do take the advantage of paying only for 13 months and then getting the subscription for the entire 24 months, because 13 months is 12 months plus 1 month. 12 months is 40,000 and then 1 month is 8,000. So you will be paying for 48,000, which is actually for 12 plus 1 13 months, but you would be having, or you would be getting subscription for the entire 24 months. And do not forget to use my code, that is SBT10, Sandeep Bhushan Thummala 10. And we will get into the topic, that is the analysis of the Hindu newspaper today. And before I get into the topic, I would say good morning to Sushant and also Mumtaz Ansari. Both of you, very good morning. And also everyone who is watching this video session also, very good morning to all. Very good morning to all. Mumtaz Ansari and Sushant also, very good morning. Now I'll get into the topic, that is today's newspaper. So today's newspaper has news which is in regards to the norms issued for restart of industrial units. So definitely there are norms which are being issued for the restart of the industrial units. When we are talking about the restart of the industrial unit, that is in regards to the revival of the business. So definitely we need to go ahead with the economic activity, so that we will have the economic stability, which will actually get into the process of economic stability. So for the revival of the business and for the economic activity to get into the process, the industrial units are restarting it. But before restarting it, there are norms which are being issued. So the norms are being issued by NDMA, that is National Disaster Management Authority, has issued the Rakesh has also joined. Very good morning to you, Rakesh. Mumtaz Ansari, in regards to editorial, immediately after this 11:15 I will take. Mumtaz, 11:15. 11:15 I will take the editorial. One trending topic I will take the editorial. Editorials and articles, whichever is the best, which is very important for civil services, I will take up. Okay, Mumtaz. And in regards to the norms, the national Disaster Management Authority has issued the guidelines for what? For restarting the manufacturing industries which have been actually shut down for because of the national lockdown. They have been shut down because of the national lockdown, and now they would be starting because of the revival of the business, and thereby the norms have been issued by the NDMA, that is National Disaster Management Act. And these instructions are in regards to safekeeping of the hazardous and flammable materials, because we have seen the kind of situation, the gas leak situation, the gas leak in Vizag. So this has made it very clear that the gas leak in Vizag, which has actually taken place, has made it very clear that the government or the National Disaster Management Authority has to come up with the guidelines or the instructions, especially in regards to the industrial units, that is the hazardous and the flammable materials. And there are also for the chemical disasters, management of chemical disasters, and strengthening. Why these instructions, or what is the need for the guidelines, is to make sure that the strengthening of the safety and security of the transformation of petroleum, oil and lubricants, that is POL tankers. So definitely they are worried about the flammable materials and the hazardous. For the hazardous and the flammable materials, the instructions have been provided, and the state government have been told that the district officials, that means the state at the center, that is NDMA has given, has come up with the guidelines. The state governments also will should actually get into the practice of also following the guidelines. That is the state disaster management authority. Also you have, along with the NDMA, you have the state, national, and then state. Also you have state disaster management act. So now the state disaster management act, the state governments have been advised that they ensure the district officials concerned. So it is, as it is the state disaster management act, the district officials have to be taking care of the entire hazardous plants, and then they have to look at the disaster management plan. So definitely the center, along with the, that is NDMA and then SDMA, both at the center and the states have come together to make sure that they will go ahead with giving the instruction, and the instructions and the guidelines have to be followed before the restart of the industrial units. And as we know that it was all lockdown, and now before they start the daily basis, all the safety protocols which have been come up with the NDMA guidelines have to be taken into consideration. And the NDMA also very clearly states that the employee should be provided sanitizers, masks, face protection, shields, and PPE. And wherever the factories, I mean sanitations, have to be taken into consideration wherever the factories are being taken into consideration. And that means the workers have to be checked twice whether they have the temperature. The temperature, thermal capacity, temperature check has to be taken care twice a day, as NDMA is an apex body. So we will look at what is NDMA. That is, it is an apex body of the government of India at the center, which lays down the policies of disaster management. So NDMA is the apex body which lays down the policies. So this is important. It lays down the policies for the disaster management. So what we have seen recently in the Vizag sarin gas leak, that is very clear that again the government or the central governments or the apex body, that is the government of India, doesn't want any kind of disaster to further take place because of the revival of the economy or revival of the business after the national lockdown. And NDMA was established through Disaster Management Act. So by the Disaster Management Act 2005, the NDMA has been created, and again after NDMA you have the State Disaster Management Act. So both authorities, that is National Disaster Management Authority and then State Disaster Management Authority, are part of or established through the Disaster Management Act 2005. So what is important is here for the prelims point of view, NDMA and then SDMA, NDMA by the Prime Minister and then SDMA by the state, that is district officials has to look into it, and then it has been enacted on 23rd December 2005. This is again very important for prelims point of view. And now we'll get into the next topic, that is India-Chinese troops face-off. So there is a face-off. There is a what is a tug of between both the troops, that is India and Chinese troops. So it is the face-off has taken place in Ladakh, that is a union territory, which is very close to the Sikkim area. So Jammu and Kashmir, that is almost northeast of Jammu and Kashmir, that is a Ladakh region, which is almost close to the Sikkim state. So there the face-off between the Indian and Chinese soldiers or the troops have taken place, and this has happened last week. And we have seen because of the incidents, that is two incidents which have taken place in regards to the face off between the Chinese and Indians, there were several soldiers who have been injured. And now we will look at this not only from current affairs point of view, but also from geography map based point of view also we will look at. And this, the first incident has taken place at a lake that is called as Pangong So Lake. It is called as Pangong. So this picture is the Pangong So Lake. So look at it, how serene it is. And this is part of, or it holds in the eastern Ladakh. And here in the eastern Ladakh, the tug of or face off has taken place. And this is not the first time wherein the face off has taken place in 2020, that is this year. But the earlier the face off has taken place even in 2017 and 2019 also. So this is again from prelims geography point of view, geography map based point of view, you need to be very clear about it. And the second face off as at Nakula, which is Mugutang, which is in the Mugutang area, wherein again the face off between both the Chinese and Indian troops have taken place. And Mugutang is at an altitude of 16,000 feet in Sikkim. This again is important for prelims point of view, because which among the following statements are incorrect if the question is given, then Mugutang is at an altitude of 16,000 feet in Sikkim. In Sikkim, this is very important for prelims point of view. And Mukutang is ahead of, just before Nakula Pass. It is not Nathula. Nathula is different, and Nakula is different. You have two different passes. This is also in Sikkim. Nathula is also in Sikkim. And here you have the Nakula Pass, which is just ahead of Mukutang, wherein Mukutang is at an altitude of 16,000 feet in Sikkim. This is again very important for prelims point of view. And we have both the countries, that is India and China, are having a long boundary, and it is a non-demarcated boundary. And this is okay. How the question can be formed? Okay, that is what I am saying. Mumtaz, see, which among the following statements are incorrect? Based on the recent face off between the Indian and Chinese troops, there could be a question, and then it could be which among the following statements are incorrect. So you could give one or two or three, wherein the first one could be the Sangpo Lake is in eastern Ladakh. And the first incident has taken place not only in 2020, but the face off between India and China's troop has also have taken up in 2017 and 2020 and 2019. And Vengal Rao has also joined. Okay, Shivagitaka has joined, and then hi Shivagitaka. We are discussing about the today's newspaper analysis, and I'm also talking about what Mumtaz has asked, how the question may be asked and formed. So first one that, and the second one it could be the second one, or else the Natula pause instead of Naku NAKU, they might put that as Nathula. So that is what I am saying. Nathula Pass is another one which is at the Sikkim. So they could say that Nathula Pass ahead of Mukutang is at an altitude of over 1600 feet in Sikkim. So because you know that Nathula Pass is also in Sikkim, so you might get confused. So to confuse you, you would ask the question. So they could give statement 1 and 2, and then say that along with the statement 3, wherein the India and China are non-demarcated boundary with a stretch of 3,448 kilometer line of actual control. So this could be the third one. So which among the following is incorrect? So incorrect is this second one, the second statement, because he has not mentioned the Nathula, but he has not mentioned about Nakula Pass, but he has mentioned about Nathula. So to confuse you, he might give you. Mumtaz, are you getting it? Mumtaz. And Venkat Srinivas Reddy has also joined. Hi Venkat. And today we are discussing about the analysis of the newspaper, and I have taken in regards to, first we have looked at the norms issued by the Disaster Management Authority, that how the instructions and the safeguards guidelines have to be taken in regards to in regards to how the industrial units have to be restarting after the national lockdown. And the second one is in regards to India-Chinese troops face-off. Okay, okay, Mumtaz. Thank you very much. Sir, is there a background music? No, not really, Sushant. Now is it okay? I think it's okay now. So this again we have looked at the Nakula Pass, which is Nakula Pass, that it is not Nakula Pass. That is what I have said. Probably the examiner might confuse you. And the kilometers between both the countries, that is India and China, which is non-demarcated, is 3,448 kilometers. And you have the another news in regards to massive revamp of forest ministry units. So there is a massive revamp of forest ministry. So we will look at what is that massive revamp. So it is in the forest ministry. So we will look at what is the revamp and how it is actually going to affect it, whether it is for the positive or the negative, and what is that the government is actually coming up with. The government in the sense the ministry. Which ministry is that? It is the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It is under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So a proposal was made by various VIPs, that is in Himachal Pradesh, to change the jurisdiction of the Dehradun regional office, to change the jurisdiction of Dehradun regional office of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So they wanted to make sure that they go ahead with the change in the jurisdiction of the Dehradun regional office. So that is the main proposal, and that match with that proposal there is a massive revamp of the forest ministry units itself. Two, they wanted to change the jurisdiction of the Dehradun regional office to Chandigarh. So this is the proposal, and this has triggered a massive restructuring plan. So this is the massive restructuring plan. So we will look at the what is the massive revamp of the forest ministry by the under the Ministry of Forest Ministry, that is under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. And the reorganization, what it is going at is, it is wanting to merge the 10 regional office of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change and 19 centers, that is 10 plus 19, 10 regional offices plus you have the 19 centers of the entire thing, that they would revamp it, put together and make sure that they will come up with a new massive restructuring plan. So what is that they are going ahead with? That is, they wanted to combine the Forest Survey of India. They wanted to go ahead with the national, combining the merging of the National Tiger Conservative Authority, Wildlife Crime Control Bureau, Central Zoo Authority, and into just 19 regional offices. So a entire 10 plus 19, that is 29. Now they would want to restructure it, the massive restructuring plan, to enter into only 19 regional office. Please do understand this. This could be again a prelims point of view. So which among the following? It could be Forest Survey of India, it is National Tiger Conservative Authority, is Wildlife Crime Control Bureau, and then Central Zoo Authority. All this mixed together along with the 10 regional offices plus the 19 centers. Now they will have only together the 19 regional offices. And now we will look at what is the need or what is the objective of the merging. So the objective of the merging of the regional office with all this what we have looked at, the four which I was talking about, is to improving the efficiency, transparency and ensuring coordination. So the main important thing is for the efficiency, transparency and coordination. So for this, the massive restructuring plan has taken place by the changing the jurisdiction from the Dehradun to Chandigarh. And according to the plan, 10 existing regional offices will be headed by Deputy Inspector General. So this is very important. ETC, that is the reason why the Ministry of Forest or Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has taken the reorganization plan, that is massive restructuring of plan, is to make sure that there is efficiency, improving in the efficiency, transparency and better coordination. And there is one more news in regards to Nepal to beef up border security. So this is in regards to the news which is actually on the Saturday news, wherein we have seen the defense minister has opened up a road from Uttarakhand to Kailash Manasarovar road link. So it has been opened up, or it has been flagged off by the defense ministry. So now the Nepal government has come up with the issue that the new route which has been opened up is getting into the area or the Nepal country, and it is moving towards the Kailash Manasarovar. So that is the concern by the Nepal Foreign Ministry or Nepal government itself. So it is a row. It is a row over a new link road to Kailash Manasarovar. Yes. Kalapani disputes. Yes. I will. So this is in regards to the government has come up with a new route to make sure that the travel time for the pilgrims to Kailash Manasarovar is reduced, but it has evolved as a new diplomatic trouble. So what does the Nepal government looks at this, or what is a row, or what is the trouble between India and Nepal is that the Nepal's foreign ministry says that the road is passing through the territory at the Lipu Lake Pass. Again, this is very important for prelims. Again, geography map based prelims point of view, this is important. Lipu Lake Pass. So we have seen Nakula Pass, and again Nathula Pass, again now here Lipu Lake Pass. So they say that it is passing through the territory at the Lipu Lake Pass, which is a breach of an agreement. They say that there is an agreement between both the countries, that is India and Nepal, that as per the agreement, the Nepal government says that we are entering into the territory of Nepal, and which is against the agreement. And this agreement was being done by the Prime Minister of India, that is Narendra Modi, and then the Prime Minister Sushil Koirala in 2014. So this is again important when they are asking which among the following statements are incorrect. So the agreement between both the countries, Nepal and India, has been taken up in the year 2014, and what the Foreign Secretary says is, as per the agreement, the new road which is passing through the territory of Lipu Lake is against the breach of an agreement which has been reached between both the countries, and this is a link road. What the new road which has been connected from Uttarakhand to the Manasarovar, Kailash Manasarovar, is the link road which passes through the Nepal territory is the concern now. What the government of Nepal says is that it is passing through the Nepali territory. That is what the concern is. And in 2014, as per the agreement, what I was saying, or what the foreign ministry of Nepal and then the Nepal government of Nepal is raising the concern that it is through the Nepal territory was taken up by the foreign secretaries in 2014 for outstanding boundary issues on Kalapani and Susta areas. There are two areas which are lying, which lie between or close to Lipu Lake is Kalapani and Susta. So, Mumtaz, as you are telling Kalapani, yes, the both the disputes, boundary issues were actually taken up by the foreign secretaries in the year 2014, and because of this there was a protest by the Nepal National Free Students Union. There was a protest taken up by this, and this is affiliated to the Nepal Communist Party. So there is a party in Nepal, that is Nepal Communist Party. You have also Nepal Congress also you have there. So the one is now the Nepal Communist Party, which is also part of the government, and Nepal National Free Students Union is affiliated to Nepal Communist Party, and they have gone ahead with a protest outside the Indian embassy in Kathmandu. Why? Because they feel that the Nepal National Free Students Union feel that this road is passing through the Nepal. So look at here. They feel that as per here you have, see, this is okay. I will look at the road which starts at Darchula in the Uttarakhand area and runs for 80 kilometers. This is again very important for prelims point of view, which could be again which among the following statements is incorrect. Passes through the Lipu Lake, and which is built by BRO, Border Roads Organization. This is again important. So it has started from the Darchula to Lipu Lake Pass. So this have made this image so that it will be a better pictorial representation, so that you will understand it completely. And this is the Lipu Lake here. Fine. So here what Mumtaz you were saying. So this is the area which is Kalapani, and this is Nepal. So just southwest of, or northwest, not southwest, northwest of Nepal, we have the route which is from Darchula to Lipu Lake, which has been flagged off by the defense minister. And from here it will, you can go ahead to the Mount Kailash or Kailash Manasarovar. So this is the route, which is a new route. Student protest in favoring news also came in 2014 during making of, yes, absolutely, Sushant, you are right, because the government of India was worried about the new constitution which the Nepal has actually come up, and what India said was it has to be, the new constitution has to be on the consensus based on the consensus, the new constitution. And then Nepal has asked, then Nepal government has asked Indian government or government of India to help for the new constitution of Nepal's new constitution it has asked. And in turn government of India was saying that the constitution has to come into existence or into effect only through the consensus. And the Nepal Communist Party, which is actually supported by China, did not heed towards or did not listen to the kind of impression what India was actually passing, that the constitution has to come up with a consensus. But it was not, because you had there again few issues in regards to. So that is why again then there was a student protest. Yes, very well said, Sushant, very well said. In the making of the constitution also they were. And this is, again I have taken this because it will be very good understanding for you all, because see, we have looked at this place as Lipu Lake, fine, Lipu Lake Pass, and this is Nathula Pass, because I said do not get confused. The first, you have Nathula Pass here from this Gangtok, that is from Sikkim, you enter into Nathula Pass. From here again there is a route which China has, what is recently, I mean it has agreed, but again it has been stopped. So you can go ahead with getting into China, and then you can get into the Manasarovar. So that is what there is a row between India and China, and because of the route which they have accepted and then they have cancelled, the Kailash Manasarovar Yatra through Nathula in Sikkim has been cancelled in the wake of face-off between, not now but even earlier also, Doklam, when the Doklam issue has also taken up, it has been stopped. So it starts at 10 o'clock. Anu, it starts at 10 o'clock near Uttarakhand. Yeah. And this Nathula Pass is in Sikkim. And even Nakula Pass, NAKU, Nakula Pass, NAKU is also in Sikkim. That is what I am saying. Please do not get confused when it is asked in the examination. Please do not get confused. What time do you start? Okay. Okay. Good morning to you, Anu. And then I start at 10 o'clock. The analysis of the newspaper would be at 10 o'clock. And then the trending topic of editorial or article I will take up at 11:15. So this is another route to Manasarovar, Kailash Manasarovar, another route from the Nathula Pass. Now the government of India does not, I mean because of the face-off between both the countries, so they want, government has come up with a new route, that is this route from Darchula to Lipu Lake. From Lipu Lake it will, but this has become a row between the India and Nepal. So this pictorial representation is because for you, so that again if it is asked in the prelims from the geography map based point of view, geography map based point of view. You should not get confused, and you should be thorough in regards to the lakes. I mean, in regards to the Nathula passes from which area, because geography you will have the question in regards to passes also. It could be from China side, it could be from Pakistan side or Afghanistan side, from Afghanistan. So you need to have a thorough understanding of the passes for the UPSC prelims point of view. And you have another news in regards to the NIV developed test to detect the antibodies. So NIV is National Institute of Virology, which is in Pune, has developed an immunological assay. What you would mean by assay? Assay means it is an assessment or evaluation. So NIV Pune is coming up, or it has come up with an immunological enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, that is ELISA. I repeat once again, the National Institute of Virology, Pune has developed immunological assay. Assay in the sense it is assessment or evaluation. So it has come up with an assessment or evaluation, and that is called as ELISA. What is that? Enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. This is again very important from prelims point of view. We think it is very easy and then we can go ahead with, but there could be a, again, which among the following statements is correct in regards to ELISA? Which among the following statements are correct in regards to ELISA? ELISA is enzyme link immunosorbent assay. Assay means evaluation or assessment. Why they have come up with this? NIV Pune, they have come up with this, or they have developed this to detect the antibodies. To detect antibodies in where? To detect the antibodies that the body develops response when the person is been infected by the SARS-CoV-2. That means when a person is infected by SARS-CoV-2 and once again after treatment he has recovered, when they have recovered, then definitely it could be because of the antibodies. So these antibodies, the NIV now has developed a test, that is the enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, to detect what? To detect the antibodies which actually developed, which a body develops in response to the infection. Please do understand, in response to the infection of the SARS-CoV-2. Sushant, I'll just read that once I complete this. I'll definitely look at your point. Once I complete this, I will look at. Please give me some time. The test will detect the antibodies in blood samples. So definitely the one who have been infected and then later on recovered, the blood samples will be collected and then they will detect the antibodies. Please do understand, this test is to detect the antibodies. Prelims point of view, the test is to detect the antibodies. Actually, this ELISA is routinely used for detecting HIV infection. So we know that this is ELISA is actually used for, ELISA is the enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, is actually used to detect the HIV infected persons. Here they are doing it because they wanted to go ahead with detecting the antibodies. So they wanted to detect the antibodies. And then two sites have been identified by the Union Health Minister, that is Dr. Harshvardhan in Mumbai. And then the samples, they would be testing 19 samples in a single run of 2.5 hours. Now I look at China giving excuses on sovereignty of Nepal and India protest on then and now. Okay, we have had some religion views in Nepal, and that leads to making a balanced creation of bilateral ties religion. Okay, fine. Ideological, yes, Sushant. See, when that is what I was talking about, the NCP, that is Nepal Communist Party. Nepal Communist Party. This Nepal Communist Party, KP Sharma Oli, KP Sharma Oli, OLI, KP Sharma Oli is the one who is actually having a close association with the China. That is, the China is also Communist Party. Please do understand here. As the China is also a communist party, the Nepal Communist Party, that is headed by, or else the one who was a prime minister also, why? Because of the coalition, that is NCP, under NCP, that is KP Sharma Oli, is having close association with the China. That is why China is trying to have kind of the same kind of ideology to impress upon Nepal. And India is also in regards to the basis of Manasarovar and other pilgrims and their relationship with us, which is now infected by China's unfair. Okay, definitely unfair practices are going on, and that we will look at. We will look at 11:15. With unfair practices, or the way they are going ahead with having more of sway, control, because of OBR, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or String of Pearls, all that. Roni Adhikari has joined. Hi sir, I am Roni Adhikari from West Bengal. Okay, very good morning Roni Adhikari, and then welcome to my class, that is 10 a.m. to 10:45, which will be analysis of the newspaper, and again from 11:15 to 12:15 I will go ahead with the editorials analysis, trending editorial analysis, and this is in regards to the newspaper analysis. And then the government NIV has transferred the technology. Look at it. This is again important for prelims point of view. Here the National Institute of Virology has transferred the technology, TT, transfer of technology, or T of T, transfer of technology to whom? To Zydus Kerala. This is again important. So, because which among the following statement again? So National Institute of Virology has transferred the technology to Zydus Kerala, that is a mass production unit, and the Drug Controller General, DCG, has also granted commercial production and marketing. Please do understand this. They have also granted the commercial production and marketing permission to Zydus Kerala. That means the NIV, when the NIV is going ahead, then definitely it is under the purview of the Health Ministry itself. Again, when I am talking about Health Ministry, definitely it is the Prime Minister of PMO office has given that green signal to go ahead with the transfer of technology to Zydus Kerala, and then Drug Controller General has also granted commercial production and marketing. Please do understand, this is entire production, commercial production and marketing of the ELISA, that is to detect the antibodies, from the infected person who has been again recovered. So Zydus Kerala, I just taken this information for you for prelims point of view, which is not in the newspaper, but I have taken this information. This is headquartered in Ahmedabad, and it ranks the fourth in the Indian pharmaceutical industry. It ranks in the fourth in the Indian pharmaceuticals industry, and this has manufacturing sites and research facilities in Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, not only in India but also in US and Brazil. That is why they have come up with the NIV giving the entire transfer of technology to Zydus Kerala, and the Drug Controller General granting the commercial production and marketing to Zydus Kerala. And this is the first time as India will develop or has developed an indigenous ELISA test. Again, this is very important for prelims point of view, and this is the building which is Zydus Kerala. And this detects the antibodies, as I have said, from the one of the patients who are asymptomatic during the course of infection will test positive. So when this ELISA test takes up, the one who are asymptomatic also, they will be tested positive. But generally normal state test, it will be negative because they are asymptomatic. And you have one more news in regards to the COVID-19 claims and historian. This is again very important for prelims point of view, which could be again in regards to history, Indian history or culture kind of. When you are asking a question, question can be asked, or also from the current affairs point of view. So Harish Shankar Vasudevan, a professional historian, especially a specialist in Russia and European history, and Indo-Russian relations. He was into the Russia and European history in regards to a professional historian, and he was also looking, or he was dealing with the Indo-Russian relations, and he has passed away by contracting COVID-19. This is very important, and based on that, we will look at what he was also. He was the son of the parents, that is Methil Vasudevan and Sri Kumari Menon, and he was actually called as Hari. He was called as Hari, and he has set up, this is important, he has set up Central Asia program. He has set up Central Asia program in Jamia Millia Islamia. He has set up Central Asia program at Jamia Millia Islamia, and then he has also worked as a chief of textbook development committee. He has also worked as a chief of textbook developmental committee for social sciences, with NCRT. Why I am saying this is because UPSC for prelims point of view, because we focus all the NCRT books, based on that there could be a question. Sushant, okay, ELISA test, okay, fine. ELISA test is to detect the antibodies, actually the antibodies given to the one who are asymptomatic. Asymptomatic means the one who do not show any symptoms, also. If ELISA test is conducted, then they will be tested positive. If we generally go ahead with the normal test, because they are asymptomatic, they will be showing negative, and this person X or Y will be freely moving in the society, and unknowingly this person will be spreading the virus, because this X person who is asymptomatic, not tested by ELISA, not I am saying not tested by ELISA, if tested by another molecular test, then they would show negative, because they are asymptomatic. Asymptomatic in the sense they will not show any symptoms of SARS-CoV-2 or COVID-19 disease. And once this person is negative, then he or she X person will freely walk in the society, and then without unknowingly he or she might spread the virus. So that is why ELISA test is very important, and it is tested even though they are showing asymptomatic also. And no, he was the chief of the textbook development committee. He was the chief of the textbook development committee, especially in regards to social sciences at NCRT, that is National Council of Educational Research and Training. Why I am saying is because UPSC we all go ahead with the NCRT books, and there is a possibility that a question could be asked. So that is why I have taken up this. And he was also involved in the projects like Indo-Russian relations and the Radiating Globalites project. And he was also evaluating Observer Research Foundation. What is this Observer? Why he was also going ahead with this Observer Research Foundation? Because through this Observer Research Foundation, he was looking into the overlapping. Of look-east policy, whether there are any overlapping in the look-east policy and look far-east or far-east policy. Look-east or look far-east policy. So he was also instrumental. Karan has joined. Karan Kansal, newspaper reading is difficult. Okay, that is what. Karan, very good morning to you. That is why I will make you, I will analyze the newspaper and make you understand in regards to what is important for prelims point of view. So definitely after going through my lecture, you will be more comfortable in reading the newspaper. You will not find it difficult. Initially, definitely you will find it difficult, but once you go through my lectures, definitely you will be comfortable. Sushant, yes, R&D, it is a development, it is developed. It is a research and development. Yes, exactly. And here he was involved in the he was working with the Observer Research Foundation to look at whether they are overlapping in regards to the Far East policy and then Look East policy. And then there is a news in regards to the pandemic exposes US weak social safety net. US social safety net. So whether there is, what do you say, weak social safety net, and we have looked at the COVID-19 has really strained the social safety net of the United States and Europe, and we have seen the Europe also the collapse of business activity because of the COVID-19, and there is a lot in regards to the wage support program also. and Europe, because of the COVID-19, because of the lockdown, because of economic activities not being taken up, they are worried about the programs, that is in regards to the economic activity or revival of the business. So thereby the wage support program, because there is no activity, no economic activity, so they have forced to go ahead with the wage support program. So the in Europe you have wage support program, you have wage support program, for that keeping millions on the job. Even though they are not finding any job, they will be on the lifeline of wage support program. And Europe depends on existing programs, which is pumping money, as all the countries are going at to make sure that there is more money pumped into the market, thereby people will have money. And in regards to United States, 33.5 million people have applied for jobless benefits, that is in regards to the social safety net, under the unemployment rate, under the unemployment, because they are jobless, they have applied for the jobless benefit. And we have seen that the kind of economic recession what we have seen in the 2008 is actually moving further, even in USA, and this is making the USA to rank below its average among the 37 countries in OECD. You have 37 countries in OECD, that is Organization for Economic Development and Cooperation, OECD or OEDC countries, wherein, okay, sure, Anu, I will definitely guide you, nothing to worry about it. You just follow my the news analysis of the news, and daily I'll pick up couple of news which will be very useful for the prelims point of view. And slowly I will also definitely make it very clear that which could be very important for the prelims point of view, and I will be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, because these keywords and the key phrases will help you to, while you are reading newspaper, it will help you very well, so that you will not find it difficult. Slowly, when you are able to identify the keywords and the key phrases in the newspaper, gradually you will be in a better position to read it very comfortably, not finding it difficult. I will definitely guide you, and I will definitely, while through my lecture itself, I will make sure that I am also emphasizing on the prelims questions, that is UPSC prelims questions. So my optional is political science and international relations. The Hindu and the Indian Express both are required. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely, Mumtaz. You you have to follow this, because you have many articles, very good articles in the Hindu and then Indian Express. You have very good articles. And in regards to that, US has been ranking below, because we have seen there is a lot of because of the COVID-19, we have seen the US has been badly hit, even in regards to economy also. And in regards to the relative poverty, the US has came last in people living in relative poverty. So if you look at it, it is 17.8%. So this is again important. If there is a PSIR, both very crucial. Okay. And Iceland, that is the Scandinavian countries, Denmark, Iceland, and also Europe, that is Czech Republic and Finland, again the Scandinavian countries, wherein their people living in the relative poverty is just 6%, but when you compare with the US relative people living in relative poverty is 17.8%, and then the Iceland, Denmark, Finland and Czech Republic, it is only 6%. So look at the way the way US is actually dipping in regards to its maintaining the poverty, relative poverty, and that is why the social safety net is very badly hit. And Americans unemployment, now we have gone at the average of per weekly has become 372 US dollars, and Germany, it pays 60% of the previous salary, that is because of the COVID-19, and it is not impacting, and it is what is impacting a lot on the activities, economic activities. That is why Germany is also going ahead with benefit pays of 60% of the previous salary, and France is providing only 75% of the previous daily wages. So that is what the unemployment is very high, and then unemployment benefits or else job benefits in US is also taken up. So I feel this was a very important session in regards to the newspaper analysis, and I hope it was very informative, knowledgeable in regards to prelims, because I was emphasizing each and every time how it will be beneficial for the prelims point of view. So do like it, share the video, subscribe the video while you're watching the Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. If you haven't subscribed it, please do subscribe using my code SBT10, that is Sandeep Bhushan Thummala 10, wherein you will get 10% discount on the subscription. So go ahead with subscribing for 24 months, because you will be paying effectively only for the amount of 13 months, but you will get the subscription for the entire 24 month subscription. Okay, but sir, US is going to show we are what nobody monopoly can be there to not gonna to accept social security reports, and definitely Shushan, they will not accept, and they will not accept, because almost close to what you say a century or so, close to, they are the kind of hegemony, they are having the hegemony over various developing country and underdeveloped country. That is why they are going ahead with that. And please, Sushant, if you don't mind, you join my 11:15 class. 11:15 class, we will discuss at length how the new world order is coming up. New world order is coming up. There I will focus on, yeah, we'll focus on how the US is actually waning. US is actually waning. It's what do you say? Climate. It is coming down. Sir, do you cover the Hindu Sunday topics? Okay, I will. Okay, frequently asked. Yesterday I did cover in regards to the. Yesterday I did cover in regards to the one point wherein it was in regards to the how the interstate migrant workers can be protected. Omkar, yesterday I focused on Sundays. Yesterday I focused on how the interstate migrants can be protected. Interstate migrant workers can be protected. I have taken all the laws, 1979 labor law, and then linking it with the code of 2019 code. I have done it yesterday. Okay, fine. 11:15 to 12:15. 11:15 to 12:15. And I thank everyone, and I also thank even Venkat who have joined for the first time, all the one who have joined for the first time to my class. Thank you very much, and I would say once again who have joined just now, and then thank you all. And then I will be again in the YouTube at 11:15, wherein I will discuss at length in regards to the trending editorial or article. I will take one and I will discuss at length, which will be very useful for the prelims and for mains point of view. And again, I am reiterating my if you haven't subscribed it, please go ahead with subscribing for 24 months by using my code SBT10. My code, do not forget my code, that is SBT10. That is Sandeep Bhushan Thummala 10. Thank you very much. See you at 11:15. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anu.